So back in March of 2020, Vic Firth posted a video on YouTube of Danny Carey playing live, a couple GoPros set up, and it's a really awesome clip. You finally get to see high quality video of Danny Carey playing live, and the dude he's just a monster, like seriously. So in this lesson today, I want to break down the kind of drum solo thing that happens at 3 minutes and 28 seconds into the song. It's a 16 measure section, and there are 4 kick-ass drum fills. I'm going to talk about each one, and if you guys like this video enough, I will do the second drum fill, drum solo section, and the third drum solo section. So smash the like, smash the subscribe, comment, let me know what you think of this. Transcription is available in the link below and is on my website, mattpricedrumming.com. All right, let's jump in. Here we go. So the full tempo of this part is around 118 beats per minute, but it kind of has a halftime feel. Now, I tried to get my metronome to line up with what he's doing, but he fluctuates the speed like a lot. So we're just going to call it 118 as the full tempo, and then I'll also demonstrate all this stuff at 88 beats per minute, and then roughly half speed, which is like 60 beats per minute. In the transcription, I decided I wanted to be as detailed as humanly possible because we have such a good angle to see exactly what he's doing. So I labeled each crash hit because he's using 3 different crashes, and I labeled the China hits because he's using 2 different Chinas. So you'll see above the transcription not only the stickings, but also a number for each symbol. It's crash 1, 2, and 3. That's from the left to the right. 1, 2, 3, and then China 1 and 2. I'm only using 1 China to demonstrate all this. The second China, I'm just going to use this crash on my left. All right. I'm going to skip the first 6 measures. You can take a look at that and figure it out for yourself. But I want to dive into this first drum fill and check out what he's doing. This first fill is classic Danny Carey. It sounds really thick and heavy because his super awesome use of the toms and the kick drum and some flam. So basically what we got going on here is a 6-note pattern that starts with a flam, right-handed flam, followed by left, right, and then it finishes out with 2 30-second notes on the kick. And he just kind of orchestrates this between the snare and his toms. So I'm going to demonstrate that at 3 tempos. You can see the transcription here. I'm not going to break down every single little piece of it because if you want to get it, you're going to have to practice it anyway. So here we go, 3 tempos. Check it out. This next fill is a 6-stroke roll followed by an 8th note. So it's kind of a 3-beat pattern that repeats 3 times, goes over the bar line, and then he finishes out with a roll around the toms. Really sounds cool in the recording. Here it is at 3 tempos. Check it out. All right, this next fill is classic Danny Carey. He does this kind of thing all the time. Basically 4 notes on the hands, 2 notes on the kick, so right, left, kick, kick. Then he does a group of 3, right, left, kick, followed by some crash accents with the snare drum, which, just to point out, that's another thing that Danny Carey does all the time is like explosive crash hits with explosive backbeats on the snare. And then this fill finishes out with a couple notes on the toms. And then interestingly, here at the very end, he does a tom and crash note to finish out this fill. So check this one out, 3 tempos. Here we go. So this last fill in the first section is really cool. It's another example of how Danny Carey is always using these groups of 3 inside of 4/4. He starts this one on the and of 4. It's basically 2 30-second notes followed by 5 16th notes. So we have right, left, right as the first part, then a double on the left, and then a right, left to finish out this group. He does that on the high tom, then the middle tom, and then he goes down to the floor tom and the super floor tom as another kind of 3 grouping or 6 16th notes, giving us 3 total groups down through the toms. Sounds super badass. Here it is, 3 tempos. Check. All right, thank you all so much for watching. As I said in the beginning, Danny Carey is my favorite drummer. I love his style, his playing, his creativity, his use of odd groupings. And this video is so inspirational because you get such a good glimpse into just his technique, how he plays, his energy on the drums. I can't believe the dude's 60 years old. Like, he is such a powerhouse. And also what I think super interesting is the fact that like his tempo fluctuates a lot when he plays this song, but it honestly doesn't matter because the groove is still so solid, and like the way he fluctuates the tempo, you know, it ebbs and flows with the power of his hits, So like on kind of the quicker notes or the lower notes, you know, it's faster. He sort of ramps it up, but then he does these huge smashes and it kind of pulls the tempo back. So I really hope that you got something out of this lesson, this video. This took me a while to practice and work up. So, you know, you're probably going to have to really dissect it, work on each little piece one at a time. And like I said in the beginning, if you're still watching here at the end, if you like this, comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz, because if enough people are into this first lesson, I will do one on part 2 and part 3, or fill 2 and fill 3, I should say. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This is Matt, mattpricedrumming.com. See you in the next one.